So we are looking at ASYI. I've been getting quite a few questions on this one, but just now being able to get around to it. So I want to map out what's going on from the technical perspective. I should note that this is a 60-minute chart. The daily chart, helpful, but I think the 60-minute chart does a little bit better job of kind of mapping out what's going on from the technical perspective. Real quick, what I mean by 60-minute, if you're maybe new to charting, is instead of each one of these candlesticks representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, posted on the message boards or whatever, each one of these represents 60 minutes worth of price action. So it's more of an intraday time frame, and like I said, I think it just does a better job of showing what's going on. So with that, first thing to point out, and I'm sure it's pretty obvious here looking, but the last hour of the day not only produced great price reaction, but a nice increase in volume. So going into Friday, looks like something interesting may be happening here because, like I said, if each one of these represents 60 minutes worth of price action, the latter portion of the day shows some nice bullish volume, but more importantly, bullish price reaction to go with it. So in terms of supports and resistances, not real sure how this breaks down, but a couple of different ways you could do it. If you wanted to be just strict by the book technical analysis, you could draw this trend line here by connecting this point, and that's going to give you this resistance here. If you wanted to bring it down here more and kind of connect right here, where that way it kind of encompasses this high here along with this one, then we could be in breakout mode. I'm just more of the traditionalist, where I'm just going to be connecting, up like this. But what we can do here is kind of put on your imagination cap. If we treat this 50 period simple moving average, which is the key level of support, if we pretend this is a trend line here, so we have this upsloping trend line, this downsloping trend line, what we now have is a symmetrical triangle. I should call it a bullish symmetrical triangle. And why do I call it bullish? Well, the reason I give the edge to the bulls is because the overall context right here, the 200 period simple moving average, although not much, you can see it does have an upward slant to it. So with this positive slope, that does show that the overall context, at this point in time is bullish. So while it doesn't mean that this is guaranteed to skyrocket, within the context of the pattern, the symmetrical triangle, I'd give the edge to the bulls because the overall, picture overall context, whatever you want to call it, is bullish via the upward slope here in the 200 period simple moving average. So on that note, like I said, the key level of support is going to be this 50 period simple moving average. Right now that's valued at 0067 or 68, excuse me. And the key level of resistance is going to be right up here, right around 0.012 or so, give or take, depending on where this trend line is. So I should probably change this to red just so everybody remembers this is a level of resistance. And then, like I said, this here is a support. So again, let me grab a little thicker line here. If we have this line here from our trend line and then this line here from our moving average, this right here is giving us our symmetrical triangle, and then with the upward sloping 200 day, that's why I would call it a bullish symmetrical triangle. So it'll be interesting to see what sort of action plays out tomorrow, to see if it can break through this trend line here, and if it does, then with the right amount of volume, if it increases like it did over here, then it probably won't be too long before this previous high of 0.015 is tested again. So it'll be interesting to see how Friday plays out. If there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook. With your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from big boards down to penny stocks. So there's a good variety, something for everybody. It is all free, so I'd encourage you to go to the website, sign up, and see what it's all about. One more time, this was ASYI. Thanks for listening.